Episode 8, we're back.
We are. I've been busy, Josh.
Yeah?
I've been
How
busy.
are you?
Good. I wrote a book about falling downstairs.
You wrote a book on it. I'll give this book a read. That sounds amazing.
It's a step-by-step guide.
Step by step. Cool. Is it going upwards in the ratings or downwards?
Remy didn't even. He's smirking. He is smirking. I was just trying to get a reaction.
Hello, Remy. Remy
Hello.
is here.
Did you actually fall down the stairs?
I read a book on it. I didn't fall downstairs.
No, he has the talent of falling upstairs.
I've previously fallen upstairs and put myself in hospital. But that's a story for another day. Josh, how are you?
I'm good. I'm very good. I'm even better now because it's agenda time. I've been hanging out for this.
We normally have a pre-show gin, but due to some work commitments and conflicts, we weren't able to. So now we are fresh.
We have a special one tonight, though.
Yes, we do.
We do.
A whole box.
Because
Right.
we have an
look out.
unboxing and tonic water nearly just fell off and that was
Yeeted that
really,
out the
really
way.
bad.
Right, this is from Garden Street. So this is one of our gin subscriptions. We arrive every month.
It is.
How'd you put all the things in there?
I did.
Ah,
We might have already opened this and then put it back together. This is what it comes with.
all right. So for those who are listening, we shall describe. It comes in a box, very fancy box
one are
with
we on?
flowers
That
and
one.
bits and pieces. You get a little guide of the information about the gin and the distillery. This particular mob send you different distilleries. That's snacks. That's
It is
snacks
snacks.
packet 1.
Peanuts, cashews, almonds, and cranberries. Ugh.
How did you
Cranberries.
say that? Just run through those ingredients again.
Glazed peanuts,
Yep.
cashews,
Yep.
almonds.
Almond. That wasn't just me then, Remy.
Almonds.
Okay, I'm never saying that again.
No, probably don't. Probably don't because it's not a word.
Anyway, moving on.
Cool.
Smoked corn and soy crisps.
So there's
Actually,
two.
that sounds interesting.
There is two. What was that one?
Smoked corn and soy crisps.
It's corn.
It's
Corn.
corn.
Good. Oh, I need some of that then. It's
It has the juice.
it has. Well, let's find out if it's got the juice. Let's see.
does it
Speaking of the
indeed have the
juice,
juice?
here is the juice.
Coffee gin.
Coffee gin.
Yes. But that's not what we're having tonight.
Okay,
No.
that's disappointing.
Instead, we have the main gin,
This is a
Darling gin.
Darling Distillery, MMX. Oh, we talked about having snacks on the podcast and thought it was a really bad idea because of the sound effects.
Yeah, it would.
And here I am having snacks on the podcast.
And now that the box is opened, we can just yeet that one back there.
We can. There was also tonic water they included just to not sell these guys short of what they did for us. But anyway, that is the subscription model. And I find subscription model businesses fascinating. I think they're a really smart idea.
Yep.
I envy them. It's a brilliant option. Just doesn't quite work for what we do.
I have a
elsewhere.
suspicion that this ice has been sitting out for a little bit because it is no longer all ice anymore.
You got some water in there?
There is some water in there.
Skull it.
No, I'm good. I just want the gin.
Fair enough. This,
So while I'm taking my time pouring these,
you are. There's 4 of them as well.
it is. We have someone sitting in the background.
We do.
Hence the
we have
fourth
an
glass.
observer.
We do.
Very good. All right. I'm just getting rid of the corn.
All right, cool. I'm just
corn!
doing the tonic. Mm-hmm. But speaking
Do the
of,
tonic.
speaking of gin, we had our first ever virtual hangout.
First Captivating Tension we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, captivating attention virtual hangout.
We did. And this is something we've been sort of talking about for a little while and actually did it. And Josh, how did you think it went?
I think it went very well.
Remy,
For
you
our
were there.
first one.
How did you think it went?
I think it went really well as well.
Good. I got to stop looking around at you because you're not looking at me. So,
Sorry.
all right, we'll just ignore each other, go back to back. Good. You enjoyed it, Remy?
Yeah, it was great. Hearing everyone's passions, their mindset on life and their careers. It was good. Good to hear.
Deep, real quick.
It really
didn't
did. It really did. But it was good to hear.
Yeah, it got deep really fast. But it was the thing I liked is we had a variety of different, business owners and creators.
Industries, creators, business owners, all sorts of stuff. It was. I'm going back to the snacks. This is really bad podcast etiquette. All right, Remy, take the snacks away from me, please. I made you turn around and see me, sucker.
I'm an eater now.
Yeah, Remy's going to be the one
Yeah,
making
but
noises.
he can turn his microphone off though.
That is true.
I can't
True.
reach my microphone to turn it off. So, I mean, Remy, unless you want to swap places, I'll just eat snacks in the corner and you can talk about the catch-up.
That sounds great.
Great.
No.
You took that back really
I was
quick.
very keen for that. Anyway, it was great. We had 7 or 8 of us.
I Can't see if they're even.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll do the big one. All right. So there was about 8 of us
Remy, come and get your gin.
on the catch up. I can pass that one to you, Remy. There you go. It's 2-hour observer in the corner.
Well, you talk things. I need to fix my headphones.
All right, you do what you need to do. And yeah, it was good. Good. We had two business owners. One person that works as a videographer for one of them, and then one of the guys who's part of a collective that are running a YouTube channel. And then we had the team from Captivating Attention there as well. And the conversations were good. We delved into shorts.
We did.
It's sort of where we talk. I mean, we started off with tell us a bit about what you do and what you're drinking and that sort of gear. And there was a lack of gin. It was not as much gin as I was hoping would be represented. But anyway, there was a few.
Yeah.
And then we delved into shorts, YouTube shorts, because one of the guys obviously running YouTube channel, and they had a different experience to what we had, but they had an experience in shorts prior where they were only doing shorts. Exclusively shorts, nothing else.
They were doing a short a day every single day. I think they did it actually solidly for a couple of months every day.
They did, but they didn't have any hero content going out with that to sort of, and then they've now switched. They've gone away from shorts and just gone hero content once a week. And I really hope and encourage them that they end up playing with both.
Yeah.
Because we got an email this week.
We did.
Let me bring up this email because there's a worthwhile email talking about because it was unusual, I thought. Let me have a look.
This was from YouTube itself, wasn't it?
This is from YouTube. We got an email. No, not just like a random, hey, I got an email. How exciting. I mean, that's not that exciting. But shorts plus billions of viewers equals YouTube unlocked was the title. Since launch, creators uploading both shorts and longer videos are seeing better overall watch time and subs growth. And so can you, Josh. So can you.
I'm in. Tell me more.
Start mixing in shorts to make the most of your channel. And then it talks about, it goes into, I won't bore your time with all that. It was fascinating because normally YouTube are very protective of what works on YouTube and allow you to find it out. And they'll prompt you with bits and pieces and emails and like, oh, make more videos and do this and that. But it's not usually, or I haven't seen it as directed as that of you should do this and that will help you grow significantly.
Yeah. It sort of shows that they are choosing very much shorts is a path that we are taking, not just this is a bolt-on extra. It's shorts is a thing. You should definitely do it.
But it's interesting their wording there that they're gearing it towards do shorts with your main videos and to boost it. And that's exactly our experience that we've been noticing over the last month or so. So I don't even remember how much we talked about this previously, but we're talking about it again if we have. Back in because, it's a very, very different setup where, the shorts boost, pump for a little while and then sort of just die, whereas TikTok sort of continues to grow on. So that was the first part of our conversation, which was interesting, which was good.
Yeah, and I think it's very much on trend with what people are doing. But it was also interesting because one of the other companies, they have been really heavy in TikTok.
Yes. And
they've been pushing that probably 3 to 4 posts every single day for a couple of months now that I've noticed.
Yep.
It's interesting that some people sort of pick a platform and maybe go a bit harder on that and the others the other way. I think at the moment we're trying to, shorts has been a focus, but that same content is also going out on others as well. So everything is still getting hit and pushed. Yeah. Sort of equally.
This is very true. And so, the conversation from that chat went down that path. And then what did we get into after that? Because it started leading on to different things and different people had ideas. Remy, do you remember any particular part that you got a lot out of?
I think when Luke was talking about how to handle negativity and haters, stuff like that, you can take that into life. That's resonated with me.
That was true.
Yeah. We also got into I think Luke also had the rant about just about being yourself. You can try and copy and be this person and that person and that person, but you're never quite going to be that person. So just be you, and the people that are going to be attracted and drawn to that, they're going to start following in you, and they're going to get involved and want to know more about your journey or whatever you're doing, rather than Eventually it all sort of comes to pass when you look at people and go, you're just trying to be that person, as opposed to someone that's just like, no, like this person is genuine and I really like what they're doing. You become invested in everything that they become involved in.
Yeah, I would agree. It's good to see. So speaking of which, one thing that was talked about in the chat was BeReal. The social platform BeReal. So during the conversation, I'd been meaning to get it. Actually, I think I had downloaded it prior, and I had been meaning to start it. So while I was on the call, I'm
going to do that same thing now.
So I have been using it for the past week since that conversation, and I think I've done every day. I think I missed one day.
Yep.
Because I was not well, but I've been doing it every day. Remy, have you ever used BeReal?
I have been using it for the last week.
You have?
Okay. It's something refreshing. It's kind of new. Obviously, by the name, you have to be real. There's no time to edit photos or anything like that.
Yep.
And it's kind of cool to see how, like, what your friends are doing as well, like in their moments throughout the day.
So for those who don't know or not familiar with BeReal, it's an app that you get, and so my limited understanding, which I'm learning my way through it, is you get a notification during the day, and you have 2 minutes, and in that 2 minutes you must take a photo and upload it, and it takes.
So there's a time frame on that.
It's a time frame, and you takes a photo from both cameras, front and back, so it shows whatever you're doing and who you are, and it uploads it, and you get after you've taken the photo, you can put a caption on it. Now, you don't have to take that photo within those 2 minutes. You can do it, but it will tell everyone that you posted late. Right? So it tells everyone.
It gives a little bit of social pressure behind it.
It does. And if you haven't posted for that time period or that day, you can't see others' posts. So if you don't post, you can't look at anyone's. Yeah. So and it sits there telling you must post to be able to do that. So BeReal is certainly, I mean, it's growing. It's pretty, it's becoming quite significant. And it is, I think it's really sort of trying to get behind there to just, hey, this is just you, just post you.
It's bringing it back to that raw.
Yeah. You don't have
element.
time to do it. I mean, and sure you could, but then people know that you took time. Like you were late, and I haven't found any way you can upload anything. It's purely just take the photo and that's it. So I think it's interesting. I don't know where it sits from a business point of view. I don't know where it sits from a marketing point of view. I guess there's elements, but from a business owner, people are getting to know you, discovering you, what you're doing, what you're up to as a personality. There's definitely a big market for it in that regard. Yeah,
well, I guess it gives people that chance to get to know the face behind the brand.
Yep.
In a way, because I guess when you start getting to maybe a business that's starting to get a little bit bigger, you can sort of not hide behind, but you're tucked behind the brand a little bit more, and people maybe see more of just, this is just a brand, this is a small business that actually has just started kicking off.
Yep.
There's still people behind it, being able to jump back in and be like, like they're just sitting doing their stuff in the office like I do.
It has a feel to me of what many years ago, Snapchat stories. Yeah. When Instagram didn't have stories and Snapchat did, and Snapchat stories was very much a behind the scenes feel for celebrities and for sort of everyone is just like, this is what's going on. Like I can't filter this. This is just what's going on. And so it still has that feel to me, maybe even rawer than, not rawer than Snapchat used to be in that regard. It's an interesting.
Still bringing it back to just the human and the person behind everything, not this not Photoshop, for the lights and everything, the glitz and the glamour of it. It's just raw everyday life. This is what people are going through.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that is that's one thing that came out of that conversation as well. So it was good. And so we're going to do it again. So if you're listening
I'm keen for the next one.
Yeah. And particularly, for a business owner or for an influencer or for something like that, I think it's useful. I think that's really where you're being able to give some value and taking some value from it. Led to some really interesting discussions because that mix of people was right.
Yeah. Yeah. And everyone brings their own little twist and their own little thing to it. And I saw from some of the comments and just the conversations that flowed, I know people took things away from that they will, implement or try in their own businesses I didn't even expect necessarily. And went, this is phenomenal.
There's a lot. And we, so from the back end of it, like you and I and Remy and Sam had things to talk about if need be. We had ideas and places to go with the conversation if required.
Yeah.
And we knew that we wanted to bring up shorts because you need something to kick the conversation off.
Yeah.
We did that, and that was the end of all the plans. And
it just then flowed into the organic, whatever it was.
It just continued on, and then we got to a point where I think it ran about 45 minutes, and we were either going to stop about 50 minutes. We were either going to stop, or we're going to go on to another topic, and
away we will go for a long time after.
And it's meant to be a low key catch up on a Friday afternoon, as a bit of a wrap up to the week. But we don't want to overburden people with like a 2-hour meeting or something like that. So at 50 minutes, I went, all right, great. Sounds good.
It's a good time to.
Yeah. And I think the four of us all probably talked for another hour afterwards over another gin.
Yeah, I didn't get home till late last night because I had a few too many gins in our after conversation.
That's exactly right. But it was, and no doubt, some of the guys that were chatting together, same thing. But that's, that leads to some more conversations, and we should do that, and we should do that. So it was, I got good value from it. I hope others did. I think it was very useful. So.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think that the one improvement that can be made, and this is completely 100% on my part.
Yeah, it's all your fault, Josh.
It is the recording of it.
Oh, yeah.
Because we wanted to record it, and like we do with all of our other content, and you grab your hero piece of content and you then separate that into snippets. Mm-hmm. And it was that last minute thing. We got it all set up. We tested it and went, cool, this is running, started it, and I went, oh, yeah, we need to record it. And then quickly tried something to record it, and there was no audio from it.
Yeah, right.
So I didn't know at the time at all.
Oh,
so
really?
I didn't know at the time there was no audio through it, but during that thing I went, I know how we can do this better.
Okay.
So I've got a game plan for next time and it'll work.
Gotcha.
So the next one will be recorded.
Fantastic.
Like we record this.
I look forward to it. Well, that will be good next week. Remy, you got any particular topic we need to bring up in that one? Is anything on your mind?
No.
Well, by then we'll be 2 weeks deep into BeReal, so perhaps from that we can draw some ideas.
Yes.
I'll be 1 week. I'm a week behind.
You are. Are you signed up yet?
I have.
Are you done?
I'm on.
You're on? You ready?
I am.
All right, cool.
I should probably invite people or do, what do you do?
Well, okay, you can do all that after the show.
All right. I'll do that after the show.
but I just want to make sure you're on, because the other thing that we had done, and maybe this is a talking point, we made the challenge last episode to set up a new TikTok channel.
Which we did.
Technically, we have achieved the goal. Now, let's put a couple of caveats in because everyone likes, squirming your way out of the way you we were technically correct, which is the best kind of correct. We normally film these episodes 2 weeks apart. We normally plan to film these episodes 2 weeks apart.
Yeah.
We filmed the last one a week ago.
We did. It's only been a week, not 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's right. So,
but it's been a busy week.
Okay, yeah. So all the excuses out on the table. We plan to set up a 10-minute TikTok channel called the 10-minute channel. Yeah, which is what it's called.
Which
so you can go
it exists.
Find us on
it is
TikTok.
on TikTok. It is there now.
Yeah, that's exactly right. There is a photo of Josh as the profile. Probably not by the time you guys hear this. And so the idea there is to dump some 10-minute videos into TikTok to see what happens and how that works.
Yeah, because we have a stack of videos that we have produced that are in that 10-minute mark. 10 minutes and under.
So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to report back, but we'll probably we'll start that as of tomorrow. There'll be videos starting to go out now that the channel was created, which we did technically before this show started, so we ticked our box.
I can go on TikTok and the page exists right now. I can't watch anything on it, but the page exists.
We're so desperate.
Yeah.
So, that is going to be our experiment to talk for the next episode and see how we go.
Yeah.
Josh, what else is going on? Anything else exciting to bring up?
Well, I didn't jump on the BeReal train, but I jumped on the Vero train.
Here we go.
I have.
Here we go. We're having this conversation. All right, let's go.
We're continuing on from Instagram is dead.
It is.
Which is correct.
Yeah. Facebook's not far behind.
Rather than jumping on the BeReal, I have dived down the Vero.
All right. So give us an overview of Vero.
So I think Vero at its heart is the photo sharing. Getting back to that photo sharing.
What Instagram started as.
What Instagram started
all
as.
those years ago.
Yeah. But you can still go and put your video content on there. You can go and put your music on there. I'm pretty sure you can put your TV shows on there.
Wow, okay. And it's got an iPad app.
Does it? I didn't know that.
It has an iPad
I would assume that it would, because if you got TV shows.
Instagram doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can technically get Instagram on the iPad.
Technically, you can make it work,
terrible.
but it's not an iPad native app.
No, it is not.
No.
It is a phone that's just blown up and your photos look crap.
Exactly right. So, very, very kicking goals. Anyway, so, okay.
But
how's it been going?
It's been going all right. I think I've uploaded 5 or 6 times.
Okay.
And each time sort of the photos are getting a bit more likes. But from people that I've followed, like people are getting massive engagement.
Yeah, right.
Sort of chuck it just from posting photos to Instagram and looking how much they do.
Mm-hmm.
You jump over to Vera and you're like, oh,
wow.
Okay, these photos are doing really well. But it's not just photos, the video content is up there too.
Do they have anything sort of Reels, TikTok-y type level? Or
They do.
They do, okay.
And I think one thing that they're striving for is the quality.
Okay.
So rather than sort of chucking a compression on there and, you can upload to a good quality to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
These are, you get your preview window, which is compressed, but when you want to go and view something or look at that photo further, you tap on it and it smashes up to full screen, your full resolution, and you're getting the content as it was supposed to be.
Yep.
So you can get that quality in your stuff. Yeah, I'm still very young down the journey, but it's interesting to me.
Interesting. Okay.
Because it's something that I've wanted from Instagram,
right?
That they haven't delivered on, and at this point in time, I'm not actually sure they will.
Has Instagram delivered anything the last 4 years?
No, they haven't.
Just disappointment.
Yes,
Kings of
just disappointment. Because if you just have a photo section and a video section, it would be so easy.
Right,
but so that's fine.
All right, let's complicate our lives, Josh. Let's complicate our lives.
Oh no.
Here we go. Ready?
Let me drink my gin first.
You drink your gin. I'm going to compliment you on your life. That's not what I mean.
All right, I'm
complicate it. You ready?
Let's go.
Okay, we're going to set up a business-focused Vero.
Cool.
One of our brands.
Yep.
One of our brands we will set up on Vero so that we can start getting personal data. We can start getting sort of how this works in a different brand.
Get some business metrics.
Let's do that. We're going to choose one of the brands. We're going to set that up. And
already got the brand locked in.
Does it start with I and D?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It does not.
Here we go.
Starts with an S.
An S. All right. Sounds good. I look forward to seeing how this particular one goes.
It is because for this particular brand,
right,
I've jumped into analytics today actually.
Oh, okay.
And was looking through. So I got all of the social media that we deal with on Facebook and Instagram.
Yep.
All laid out with the data points there.
Yes.
And looked at 2 of them and went, these are very similar. They have very, very similar reach. They're both sitting about 65,000 people. 2 different brands in the reach. And then this one brand that was just sitting nowhere with the exact same amount of posts.
Yep.
Very high quality content, probably more high quality content than the other 2 brands.
That's your problem. The quality is too high.
It must be.
That's right. Sell the Sonys, buy Nikons. Yeah. Sorry, what?
I think I might need to leave the building.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Fringe.
Just trying to drop the quality. Right, we've lost all the photographers.
Yeah, it's the quality, the stuff that we, I guess, put out more effort into it because the products we're dealing with they're higher end. You're putting more money into that particular product. So we put more effort into producing that stuff because, if you're spending money, you want to see something that's nice and polished, not just like, hey, buy this.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm interested to see if that ends up we've chucked that up on Vero. If you start getting that result over there.
Okay.
Who knows?
Interesting.
We will find out.
That will be the goal. We will talk about it again next episode.
We will.
That sounds good.
Does.
Wonderful. Josh, you had another topic you wanted to bring up.
This is something I wanted to bring up.
Okay. Oh, this is your tip of the week of how to improve. What on earth have you done?
I've just wedged my arm between the table. That sucked.
Excellent. All right. Well, there's our tip of the week. Wedge your arm between the table. Get on it. It'll boost your engagement by 12.5%.
It will. All of the TikToks. No. This is for people. No. Oh, I guess people Lightroom or tagging.
Okay.
Mainly tagging and keywording.
Okay.
So tagging and keywording, I have hated with a passion.
All right, so let's expand that. Let's talk about what that is and why that's important.
Okay.
Why it's actually really good, but...
It is.
Yeah.
So we deal with a sport and we go and take all the content for that. We get the photos and the videos. And I'm coming back on average with a photo library of 3,500 to 4,000 photos for each event.
From a sort of 2.5 day event.
For 2.5 day event.
Right.
That's not including the videos. There's probably, I don't know, Remy, how many videos do you reckon is in there?
Hours of videos.
Yeah, hours and hours.
Okay.
So going through that, I go through and I sort, from 4,500, you cull that down to, 400 or 500 photos that are the ones that you want.
Worthwhile.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we're dealing with all the sponsors, and then you've got your related
brands and connections.
Brands and connections, but also your actions of, not everything is someone running. Okay. So, you label that down, and then you label it down to, what people are using, what gear stuff's happening.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep.
So,
and then you want to be able to, you got what, how many of these events here? There's eight of these events in a year, and you've got, 500 photos of each. And so at the end, if you're like, hey, it'd be really useful to find a photo of this person using this equipment, doing this activity. How? From my 4,000 photos? Yeah.
I guess when you chuck it in a catalog, you look at that and you go, there's 28,000 photos in this catalog, and I have to try and find one. So that's where this little device comes in.
What is this device?
This device is a...
sorry. No, before you talk about the device. So there is a way in, we use Macs, and so you can tag these photos with tags. You can then search those tags. You can narrow down this brand, this sponsor, this whatever, this sort of thing, and that will then sort of give you a short list of photos that have those particular tags.
Yes. So it means you can then go in and search, cool, I want this particular person using this particular product at this location.
Yeah. And
here it is.
That's excellent. And so you can do those tags by typing them all in.
You can.
That does not sound like fun for 28,000 photos.
It does not.
No.
And it is not.
We've increased the number of photos anyway, carry on.
No, it is 28,000 photos sitting in the catalogue.
Good.
So currently I've programmed this thing, which is a Launchpad Mini from Novatech.
Often used in the music world.
It is.
Yeah.
It is used in the music world. And the reason I went down this path is we have where are they from? Elgato Stream Deck.
Yes.
Which sit for us about $450 for their big version.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of money.
Yep.
Whereas this thing was $150.
Right.
So the price gap is significant, and you also get a lot more inputs.
More buttons. Yep.
And this very easily actually syncs into, I've got this hooked up to Lightroom.
Okay.
And it was a matter of downloading one piece of software, choosing the keywords, and just selecting which ones you want it to sit on.
So if I'm understanding this, you bring up the photo,
you do,
and you press this, and this, and all of those things.
And all of those keywords pop up,
tagged into that photo.
It does.
And so now, if you went to search, this is literally, you see a photo, you press the buttons, and then do you press one button to go to the next photo? Can you even do that?
Yeah. So you can program in one of the buttons to be your next photo, previous photo.
Bang, 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 bang. Next photo. See, you've got a memes button here.
I do have a memes button.
Oh, that's great.
It's been used many times too.
I bet. Okay, so being able to do that, because cataloging photos, and I'm sure many of us and those listening have been there, where you just got so many photos and you just don't know how to find them or that sort of thing. This honestly could be used. I know we talk marketing, we talk that sort of thing, but from a family photos point of view, you could put all your kids and parents and uncles and aunties and people you don't like on here, and the locations or whatever it is, Jodie's house or wherever it might be, and being able to go through and catalog you for $150. Your family's photos, so that you can then you can bar them from your computer, never open this one of Josh. If it has a Josh tag on it, never open. But yeah, that is a really good option. Yeah.
And it's taken a task that I absolutely hated doing the keywords,
and now
because
hated.
It's hours and hours and hours that you'll have to put in for that. Yep. I think I got through about 400 photos in an hour the other day.
Wow.
Because you're just next photo, this, next.
Yeah.
You're maybe spending 3 seconds on a photo, depending on your product knowledge of what you're dealing with.
Sure. Yep.
The ability to you get your photo. Once you get in a groove of it, you look at it and you go 1, 2, 3, 4 next. 1, 2, 3, 4 next.
Yeah.
And off you go. And this has been amazing.
So we talked about doing this. You came on board with my business just over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
About 2 years ago, actually.
Yeah, it's been just over 2 years.
And I remember sitting down with you after about 6 weeks and telling you one day I would like to work towards doing this and we have like a full database of photos that are all tagged. And we'll find a way to do that. And
We're here.
We are here.
We are here.
We are here. We knew it was going to take a long time. We need to take it there. But to actually have found this, and by the way, this is not us or not Josh sitting here claiming like, oh, no one's ever thought of this idea. This is a known thing.
Yeah.
Right. This is not like brand new. Most people are using the Stream Decks. Haven't seen too many people using
the Stream Decks are the popular one.
Yeah. But the limitation on the Stream Decks, you only got a certain amount of buttons.
Yeah.
And not as many as here. Now, the benefit of a Stream Deck, I just want to point out for those who are yelling at the screen or yelling at the speakers saying Stream Deck's better. This sort of device here will only light up the buttons, and you have put, for those listening at home or wherever, have put little labels on each one, physical labels that tell you what they are, as opposed to a Stream Deck where you can actually program the words into the screen.
Yeah, you can program the words and you can put images in there as well.
Each button is a screen. Yeah. So the Stream Deck still has some benefits, and we still use it to stream like we're doing now, and they certainly have.
They have a massive place.
Yeah.
For using this for general use,
Yep.
I would be hard pressed to suggest this.
Sure. But
this for me is purely a tagging and keywording product.
And probably because you use so many tags and so many brands and so many sponsors and all that sort of gear for events that you need lots of buttons at your fingertips. Otherwise, you're scrolling back and forth between screens.
Yes.
I would imagine if you're doing this and you're only using half a dozen buttons, Stream Deck's probably got some more advantages in other areas.
And Stream Deck they have software that is written for their product that integrates really well with native OSs, photo editing, video editing. It is all there ready to just drag and drop and go, I want this to do this.
Yeah, Remy, you're a bit of a subject matter expert here. You use a Stream Deck when you're editing and such. Yeah. And what are some of the benefits of something along those lines?
It's just a time saver. So over the day, you have to do like lots of finicky, right-clicking and going down a list of things and selecting it. Whereas the Stream Deck's right there, you press one button, takes 1 second. It could turn like a 2-minute job into, a 1 second job basically.
Yeah.
Throughout the day, you could save an hour. And that calculates over time.
Yeah, and for the cost of $400 or whatever
it's worth it.
It pays
very quickly.
Really quickly. Yeah. Well, even for doing this, for editing our podcasts.
Yeah.
We previously just as we started our time tracking was before we implemented the Stream Decks into the workflow.
Yep.
And on average, they were sitting at about, I'm pretty sure it was 5 to 6 hours.
Yep.
And then
no, that's not this podcast.
That's not this podcast. That's another podcast.
It's a longer podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, with more antics.
But just simply changing nothing else and only the Stream Deck implemented to switch between the editing buttons, it shaved an hour to 2 hours given the length of the podcast. So it's significant. You take an hour's worth of wages and you add that up over 30 podcasts.
Yeah, for a year. Yeah. Makes sense.
It.
Cool. All right. Well, that's a good little shout out for a product. What's it called again?
It is Novation Launchpad Mini.
Launchpad Mini. There you go. One of those little things. If you're looking for something that has been good stuff, Josh. Always good to keep people updated with it. And it's not a break the bank type thing. And if you are, running a business and you're getting lots of photos, particularly of your products and other bits and pieces, being able to tag them, I will tell you it's so much. You can dump into a folder, type in a few things that you're wanting, and it'll narrow it down for you. So highly suggest. Good suggestion, mate. That'll finish up, I reckon, this year.
It will.
This year. Wow, I'm trying to get out of it early. This episode.
Okay.
All right, we better have another gin. Where's this coffee gin? I'm going to try that. Anyway, all right, we'll get stuck into that. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
And, cheers,
Catch
Remy.
you on the next one.
Cheers.
See you then.
See ya.